Reframing for strategic creativity. What we've discovered so far is that a significant process for the reflective practitioner to engage with is reframing of concepts. Through this reframing, it's possible for the reflective practitioner to structure and direct learning. So the key question in terms of frames for learning is, what is conceptual learning? Well, conceptual learning for the reflective practitioner is a process of learning in terms of organizing facts into convenient and specific structures, logical mental structures, which we then can draw on regularly in the teaching that we do. And as such, conceptual learning focuses on key principles of learning and organizing learning rather than just facts and figures. In this way, it's about putting pieces of information into certain areas of our understanding, making cognitive links between aspects of what we're teaching. And in this way, conceptual learning is very much a catalyst for development. Conceptual learning provides the opportunity for the reflective practitioner to challenge core beliefs and understandings, to look at supporting beliefs and assumptions, and through this process begin to challenge those beliefs and therefore begin to develop as reflective practitioners. And because conceptual learning helps the reflective practitioner move to a place of advanced thinking, conceptual learning has certain benefits. And these benefits are that the reflective practitioner is able to solve problems that are experienced in the classroom much more readily, simply because we have packaged our understanding into particular conceptual frames, and therefore the information is easier for us to draw on and for us to make connections with cognitively from the different experiences that we have. And another benefit of conceptual learning is that it helps guide the methods that we employ in order to add to the knowledge in our conceptual frames. So, for example, a benefit of conceptual learning is that it will provide a much stronger structure for us in terms of observations that we may want to conduct in other teachers' classroom. Observations which are focused around particular issues that we want to address for ourselves. For example, a particular frame that we're challenging could be about how we're managing or not managing student behaviour in the classroom. And therefore, by questioning our belief system, we can start to identify the key questions which are important to us in terms of resolving that particular issue. And once we know these questions, we can then go to other teachers' classrooms, observe particular aspects of their approach, which will help us resolve our issues much more quickly. And therefore, conceptual understanding helps us build relationships in our thinking. It fosters that understanding of how problems and events and conditions are linked together in the classroom and cognitively. And therefore, it gives a good focus for the reflective practitioner in terms of the actions which we're taking. And we can talk about a model to help us work conceptually in terms of our learning. And the model is called the Tanner model of reasoning. And it looks quite similar to models of reflective practice that we've been speaking about. So this is a very convenient model for us to think of in terms of conceptual learning. The first step is noticing, or in other words, describing the experience that we're having. The next step would be to interpret, or in other words, begin to analyze that experience. And the third step is what is our response to the experience, the emotions, the feelings which are developed. And then this leads to reflecting, or in other words, how we're going to work to resolve those particular issues.